Before I begin my Viveport Infinity review, I want to make it clear that I was given a month of Viveport Infinity to review the service. With that said, I was not given any guidelines or told to say anything specific. The review itself is fully my opinion on the service. With that out of the way, let's begin the review by answering the question, what is Viveport Infinity? Viveport Infinity is a subscription service for virtual reality games and apps akin to Netflix. It starts at $12.99 a month or $99 a year and gives you access to over 600 games and apps to use in your VR headset. Don't let the name confuse you though, as it does work with the Oculus Rift and isn't just exclusive to HTC's headset. The service uses its own launcher called Viveport and works alongside Steam VR to play its games. There are also a few other benefits you get from being a Viveport Infinity member. For example, you get exclusive deals and discounts on their store, 10% off every month on the title of your choice, 2x discounts on all weekend deals, and every now and then they'll be giving away games for free to members for them to keep. Next up, let's ask the questions. Are the games and apps included any good? Is it worth its asking price? To answer that question, Viveport Infinity's library is much like Netflix. It has a ton of games to play. With that said, not all of them are of the same quality. Truth is, there's quite a lot of games that are on the low quality side and not really worth the download or try, but that doesn't mean the service isn't worth it. On the contrary, I actually think it provides really amazing value. Thankfully, this is again due to being so much like Netflix. It offers some amazing titles that make its asking price a great value. We're talking titles like Knockout League, Windlands 2, Racket NX, Final Assault, and so much more. In fact, just those 4 titles I mentioned add up to more than the year's subscription cost of Viveport Infinity. And those 4 games I would easily recommend to anyone looking for VR titles to play. Other than games, it also offers various experiences and apps as well. For example, The Blue, Google Tilt Brush, Tribe, The Great Sea, and more. The value is certainly there, and they are always adding more titles as time goes on, some of which actually launch alongside their release date, like Angry Birds VR did. Next up, let's ask, who is this for? Well, Viveport Infinity is for anyone who wants a good library to choose from without having to pay up front a massive amount of money. For anyone who wants that Netflix-like subscription plan built for virtual reality, and I would also highly recommend it to any of you just getting a VR headset for the first time. So unless you already own all the titles you would be interested in, I would say it's worth checking it out. This is coming from someone who has over 100 titles already purchased on Steam and the Oculus store combined. It allowed me to try out many titles I always wanted to but could never justify the cost, such as Richies Plank Experience. And that's not to talk poorly on the title, it's something I've always wanted to play, I just know I wouldn't play it more than once or twice, so I could never justify the purchase. But thanks to being a part of the subscription, I did get to play it, and it really showed me where Viveport Infinity shines for myself as a user. To conclude, my thoughts on Viveport Infinity's service is very positive. From the perspective of a customer, it's certainly worth its asking price. That being said, it's not without flaws. The launcher, for example, has to be my least favorite of the big 3. There are also a lot of low quality titles in its library, many of which don't even run on the Oculus Rift. The good news is that all the titles that are worthy of your time do support both headsets. As a reminder, all the titles you've seen on this video are available as part of the subscription to play as much as you want as long as you're subscribed. I do think Viveport Infinity is a good service, especially for its asking price, and it provides a good solid library for you to choose from. If you are interested, there is a free 2-week trial, and new and existing members between May 2nd to May 5th will get a free copy of LA Noire the VR case files. I hope you've enjoyed the review and overall run through of Viveport Infinity. Just want to clarify again that I was given a month of Viveport Infinity for this review, but the review itself is my honest and personal opinion on the service, and was given no guidelines on making it. If you enjoyed the video and you want more content like this, be sure to subscribe. I hope you have a great day, and always keep on cruising.